Hello, it's Mary coming to you from Rivers Bend Sanctuary, and we are going to do this tarot series. So I thought about doing, one tarot card every week or every 2 weeks to really go through the entire deck so that we can really understand each card, and it might take a while to get there, but you will have enough where you can go in and pick which one. If you want a little more understanding of a specific card, it might help you. So I'm going to try to make these short, within 8 minutes videos, hopefully around 5, so that we understand. Just get a very good basic of what a tarot card means. Because tarot for healing, tarot for understanding, tarot for psychology, tarot for so much, it actually is pretty amazing for journaling, daily journaling even. And to understand what the messages are, as well as with what you intuit, is perfect. So we are going to start today with the Fool card, of course, the first card in the major arcana. And the Fool card is, some people are like, oh God, the Fool, the stupid one. No, it's not about that. The Fool is fun. It's new. It's adventurous. The Fool is about, it kind of reminds me of, that feeling of, when you are, say, a teenager or a young adult, when, there's no worries in the world and, you're kind of in between that spot. So the one thing with the Fool is you do need to watch that you don't go to the shadow side of the Fool, which is, not caring about the consequences kind of thing. So it's this happy medium. When you're in the good, lighter, more aspect of the Fool, it's this happy medium spot where you have trust in yourself, trust in the faith to know that you can just go and do. It's that fun. Do you remember being, that teenage to young adulthood where just adventures were always something that, you wanted to do, and that feeling? So I've got I pulled a few different Fool cards. So the one thing with the tarot is that, you can, especially going with the Rider-Waite, you go, if you have, that basic knowledge, then you can understand, you can memorize what these cards are really meaning. But I like looking at the illustrations. Now, the Fool card always has the basics of, new beginnings, can be foolishness, starting something anew. Blind faith is one, which can go both ways. It's stepping out and just doing. It's having that fun. It's trusting, in your intuition, trusting in yourself, and just leaping, that going. You're going on this adventure. It's when the card comes up, I know that something fun is going to happen. We are on a new door is opened up, and I'm going to jump in, kind of thing. But also, if you look at different decks, so depending on, what you're using, there may be some different elements that'll speak to you as well. And reading the tarot is all about, yes, you can have that base knowledge, but you don't even need that. You can just go on your intuition or what the illustration is trying to, tell you. So here is an example, and I absolutely love the Light Seers deck. This deck is beautiful. The illustrations are amazing, and I gotta tell you, it is so nice to see it not just have all white people. You know what I mean? Geez, I love tarot decks, but it's not very, what's the right word? Nothing of the right word, but I do love this deck because there's so much in it, and so many different people of color, all variations, and also the feeling. You get almost the cultural context to some of it too, and I love the emotions with it, as well as Shadowscapes is one that I have always loved for emotions as well, with being able to really feel and get into the illustrations to pull the meanings out. Also, do know sometimes you're going to pull a card and it has nothing to do with what the meaning is, but you'll see something, an illustration on the card, maybe it's a wolf, and oh my gosh, you've been having a wolf come and try to assist you, spiritually. Maybe that's what it is. So it is, a base of how you read, what are you reading? What are the messages you get? So again, with the Fool. So this is from the Light Seers deck. And if you look at it, it's abandoned and just going. It reminds me of, yes, of the back falling into, a body of water. Or to me though, I really see it as, she's like almost falling into a field of flowers is kind of what I feel. That's the essence that I feel. That abandonment of going for it. You're going to do the leap. You're going to have fun. You're going. This is a new opportunity for you. And it's, yes, either you're going to fall on your ass or you're going to do some amazing things, right? So it's having that. And there is always the shadow aspect. There's always, the light and dark. And I hate using that because I think dark is a beautiful place too. But it's, you can look at that. If you don't, balance that, you can go either way. But at some point you don't have to balance either. Just go. Make sure that, when you're in that Fool set, know that there are consequences. So there's also the shadow aspect of, here's a good example of the Fool. So here is a beautiful one too. Guardian of the Night. I love this deck. Newer deck, Guardian of the Night. She's also did the Crow Tarot. But if you notice the wolf, so the wolf chased the bunny out onto the ice, right? So the ice, as you notice, is cracking. So they're both fools here because the bunny thinks, wow, this is a perfect place to go because I weigh less, knowing, okay, well, I'm going to be able to go get across this pond or whatever. The wolf is like, oh, I should be able to do this. No, I can handle it, So they're both acting in a foolish way. And it's like they're both stopping too at this point. So they're at, the point of, oh, this could go either way. And that's a lot of what, a lot of this is it can go either way. You can go too far in one side versus the other. So the Fool here is who? Both? Look at the wolves that are in the background. They're both, they're looking like you both are fools. What are you doing? But it's having that faith too. Like that wolf has that faith that, okay, I'm hungry and I'm going to go for it because, maybe I only have a 60% chance of succeeding, but I'm taking this initiative and I'm just going. And it's the new things. This is from Shadowscapes. And I love the abandonment she has. It's just like abandoning whatever else. And it's just she's going for, see if you can, see it okay. There, the light that I have above has a green sheen. So this is a beautiful card of just the going. She's got her, I may say familiar or whomever right there, but she is so carefree. It's such a carefree feeling with this card. Just beautiful. And the Anima Mundi deck. This one too. I like this card. The Fool, the going ready, the having, it's almost, this reminds me of the knight in, white satin kind of thing with, going to get the maiden and having the rose. And I don't know why I'm going that way. But so for me, because I do go that way, if I pulled this card from this specific deck, it's not just going to be the foolish abandonment, but the fun of new beginnings, opening new doors and going forth, unapologetically type of thing. But it's also, for me, I would pull this into, ooh, is there a relationship coming up? Is there going to be something going that has to do with love? And for me, that's because when I see this card, I don't see it in the other cards. It's just this one. Then for this deck, if I'm using this deck, I am going to say, okay, well, possibly a new relationship is abounding, but this is a new door opening up, have fun with it. And it really depends too on what your, what your reading is. Is this a card for right now? Is this for past? Is this, if you're looking at past, a lot of times when you pull a card like the Fool, it is telling you to be wary of doing, either, one, depending on the other cards, either be wary of being the fool or foolish, know your consequences, know what you're stepping into. Or it could be, you need to take some of that from your experiences in the past where you did succeed and you had fun and you expanded your horizon. A lot of times the Fool is also a spiritual calling to trust in spirit, trust in the universe, trust that the universe has your back and you can just go, and go down, open that door, go down that path. And we are over our time already. So that is a little bit, again, watch out for reversals, recklessness, not knowing, not caring about consequences, that kind of thing, not thinking of anyone but you. Selfishness would also be part of the reversal or shadow aspect. So, but normally this card for me, I think, is beautiful, and it's really, especially this card really showcases the trust in the universe, trust in yourself. And it's also about healing, because you're going beyond what you're comfortable with. So you're opening those new doors. All kinds of beautiful things with the tarot. And I'm very excited to be doing this. I promise I will try to keep these videos down to definitely under 10 minutes. I'm hoping 5 to 8. But as our first one, we are over. So until hopefully next week, I'm going to try to do these every week, and we will get through the entire tarot deck. So thank you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, day, morning, wherever you're at.